Without it, we wouldn't have smartphones, high-def TVs, or tablets. Yet it remains virtually unknown. What is it? Vacuum technology. In the next few minutes, I'll tell you about how important vacuum technology is to high-tech manufacturing and research, how vacuums support thin film deposition, some of the jobs in the field, the Normandale Vacuum and Thin Film Tech Program, and how you can become a part of this exciting and growing field. The use of vacuum technology goes all the way back to the invention of the light bulb. Thomas Edison applied vacuum technology to create the first commercially viable light bulb in the late 1800s. Today, vacuum technology is used in manufacturing computers, cameras, automobiles, solar panels, architectural glass, food packaging, medical devices, and much more.
Vacuum technology is sort of a hidden behind-the-scenes technology. It's also very developed technology. In order to create semiconductors, you need vacuum technology. The solar panels, solar arrays, LCD technology for flat panel displays, all of it needs vacuum.
Really, it's become more and more prevalent that the vacuum devices and vacuum technology is used more and more for almost everything that we use.
I first started in vacuum technology almost 40 years ago. And I found it absolutely fascinating because it uses so many different technologies. It's electronics, it's computers for the automation, it's mechanics, it's physics, it's chemistry, it's a little bit of everything.
A vacuum chamber is a sealed vessel from which air and other gases are removed by a vacuum pump to realize very low pressure conditions. A vacuum chamber provides a pristine environment which enables cutting-edge research and high-tech manufacturing. Right here in the Twin Cities, there are dozens of high-tech manufacturing companies that apply vacuum and thin film technology in part of their production process. These manufacturers rely on vacuum technology in order to create high-quality and reliable products.
In the medical device arena, surfaces are very important. Oftentimes we add thin films or modify the surfaces to increase properties such as biocompatibility or to make things function better in terms of adhesion, in terms of lubricity.
Vacuum technology is used to create very low pressure conditions in a contained space by removing air and particles that could contaminate or degrade the deposited coating and cause defects.
Air has impurities in it, and when we try to build these chips, we have to remove everything out of the chamber so that they're perfectly pure and we know exactly what's going into them.
So in the medical device industry, we have a lot of catheters, and oftentimes we use them to deliver, say, a lead to a pacemaker, which delivers the electrical stimulation. And we need these devices to slide through each other so they don't get stuck. So we deposit coatings on the leads and inside the catheters to make them lubricious, to make them slide through each other.
Different production processes require different levels of vacuum pressure, different types of machines, and different working conditions. But they all have this in common: the need for qualified vacuum technicians to support and manage the work processes and to maintain and repair the equipment.
When I'm looking for a maintenance technician, I'm looking for somebody who has got exposure to vacuum technology, which means they know how pumps work, how valves open and close, and gases flowing in lines and other things like that. I also need somebody who understands how the systems work, the electronics. They need to know PLC programming, for example. They need to know how the computer talks to these sensors.
At Normandale Community College, we work with local companies to ensure we teach students what they need to know to be successful on the job.
People that would be good at this kind of a job are analytical people that like to understand how every little thing works. They're always taking things apart and putting them back together.
A foundation in math and science, specifically algebra and chemistry, is helpful, as well as some knowledge of electronics. Local manufacturers currently need entry-level technicians, people with knowledge in vacuum technology and thin film applications.
When we go hire somebody, you have to train that person in. Sometimes they don't even have a general vacuum knowledge, so we have to train that technology. And as manufacturers of this equipment, or even OEM manufacturers, they're finding it hard to find people with that general experience.
With an education in vacuum technology, graduates can expect to work in jobs like equipment technicians, process technicians, research technicians, clean room technicians, equipment engineers, and process engineers.
In my department, which is the maintenance-related department, we hire people from Normandale as equipment technicians. We hire them as equipment support technicians.
Working every day in a clean room is a little bit different because you've got a full bodysuit on, you've got 2 layers of gloves on, safety glasses. It's nice because it's temperature controlled, it's always 72 degrees and 30% humidity year-round.
Normandale is the only college in the country with a degree specific to vacuum technology. The college offers a 2-year degree, an Associate of Applied Science in Vacuum and Thin Film Technology. This degree is a 2-year program that prepares students for a career in vacuum technology, maintenance, process, and research in a variety of industries and settings.
The program actually gives you a broad overview of the entire vacuum system. It was really helpful for me to understand the entire process. And so it gave me a really good background, a really good base.
Some individuals would benefit from a better understanding of vacuum technology and thin film deposition for their current job, or to be prepared for a promotion.
Most of the engineers here have taken the course. It's not necessarily part of any engineering class that they're going to experience, through their education.
Normandale also offers 2 certificates, a vacuum maintenance technician certificate and a vacuum technology certificate.
So the specific jobs that we prepare the students for out of this program are typically one of 2 categories, maintenance technician or process technician.
The maintenance more dealing with the hardware part, and the process technician is more dealing with the process, and it's a more software part, for example, in my working place.
Students with a 4-year technical degree who earn the vacuum technology certificate will be better prepared to work on vacuum systems and processes.
In a typical class, half the time is spent listening to what would be considered like a traditional lecture, and the other half might be in either conducting some type of an experiment or observing some type of experiment and then collecting information about that experiment and then processing it. Not too unlike what maybe some of their job responsibilities might be in the field.
And I find the graduates of Normandale are able to have that rounded skill set that gives us the kind of people we're looking for.
So whether you're looking to begin your career or expand your technical knowledge, the Normandale Vacuum and Thin Film Technology program is for you.
We're going to need more technicians, more operators, more engineers. We definitely have a need right now and in the future for that.
Be part of an exciting future in high-tech manufacturing. Contact Normandale Community College today.